Now, here is a paper end of term examination 2024, paper 1. So you want to check on question 1 to maybe 16, so that can assist you on revision if you have to do well in your exams come Kcse this year. Now, in this paper, we have checked on question number 1, which is actually a question on fraction following the board mass. When we follow the board mass in this question, that is 1 over 3 of 2 and 3 over 4 minus 5 and 1 over 2 bracket times 3 and 6 over 7 divided by 9 over 4 is actually a question on fractions, and we must follow the word board mass. So we should start with the one which is inside the bracket, which is in our case it is actually 2 and 3 over 4 minus 5 and 1 over 2, which is here taken here, which it will be 11 over 4 minus 11 over 2. It will become negative 11 over 4 when you work on that. Once you are done with that, then the whole thing will become 1 over 3 of what you got from the bracket. So it will be 1 over 3 of negative 11 over 4 times 3 and 6 over 7 divided by 9 over 4. So when you follow the board mass again, what we are supposed to start with again after bracket is of. So it is actually 1 over 3 of 11 over 4, which is this one I've taken here. So the whole thing will become 1 over 3 times negative 11 over 4 will become negative 11 over 12. Now, we are getting negative 11 over 12 from 1 over 3 of negative 11 over 4. So the whole thing will become negative 11 over 12 times 3 and 6 over 7 divided by 9 over 4. When you follow the board mass again, what we will follow is the one which is under division, which is in our case this one, 3 and 6 over 7 divided by 9 over 4. So we should start with that. So when we bring it here, 3 and 6 over 7 divided by 9 over 4, it will become 27 over 7 divided by 9 over 4, which it will be 27 over 7 times 4 over 9. So 9 1 by 9, 3. So 3 times 4 will become 12. 7 times 1 is 7. So you'll get 12 over 7. Now, what will remain now will be negative 11 over 12 times what you got from this bracket, which is negative 11 over 12 times 12 over 7 by 12 1 by 12 1. So the answer is negative 11 over 7. But you cannot leave your answer as improper. It is wrong. So those are the rules in math. You will leave your answer as a mixed fraction, which is in this case negative 1 and 4 over 7. When we move to question number 2, solve without using tables. Tan 60, cos 30, sin 30. So here we are going to use the special angles in form 2, that is trigonometry 1. So I can sketch some of the special angles we have here. So this will become angle 30, angle 30. Use an equilateral triangle for side 2. So 2, 2. But when you draw perpendicular from up there, it will bisect into 1, 1. And this angle will be 60, and this one is 60, equilateral triangle. So when you drop from up there, it will bisect the angle into 30, 30. So in this case, using the Pythagoras theorem, for us to get this height, it will be 2 square minus 1 square, which is 4 minus 1, which is this one will become root 3. It will become root 3. Side that, if I say, I want to say tan 60, I'll come here. Tan 60 is a opposite over adjacent. So tan 60, meaning tan 60 will become root 3 over 1. But when you check on cos 30, it will be cos 30 is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Isn't that? So it will be cos 30 will be root 3 over 2. I'm saying cos 30 will be root 3 over 2. But when you check on sin 30 is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. It will be a half. Sin 30 will be a half. I'm seeing sin 30 is equal to 1 over 2. That is actually opposite over hypotenuse. So when you replace it here, instead of writing now tan 60, I'll write root 3 over 1, which is in this case root 3 times cos 30. So cos 30 is root 3 over 2. So times root 3 over 2 divided by sin 30. Our sin 30 in this case is a half. So here it will become root 3 times root 3, it will be root 9, which is in this case root 9 is 3 over 2 divided by denominator a half. So it's like I'm saying 3 over 2 divided by 1 over 2, which is 3 over 2 times 2 over 1. So 2, 1, 2, 1. So the answer will be 3 times 3. The answer will be 3 in that case. So it's actually following the knowledge from trigonometry 1 in form 2. We need to know about the special angles. Another special angle you might know, apart from this one, we have another special angle. This is actually revision. We must revise it extensively. If you know the special angle of this kind, there is another special angle, this one, which is this one has been in the Kwanga 1, 1. This one is 9, a right angle triangle. Here will be 45, 45. So here is root 2. So you want to say tan 45. The one opposite of adjacent is in this case 1. Tan 45 is 1. But you say sin 45 is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, which is 1 over root 2. When you say cos 45 is actually adjacent over hypotenuse, it will be 1 over root 2 again. So those are actually derivations. So mathematics are about, we need to know at least almost all the topics because questions are very integrated. Let's check on question number 3, which is actually from trigonometry 1 again in form 2. Given that sine 12 over 13, given that sin x equals to 12 over 13, find tan x. So in a question of this kind, we always use a right angle triangle. A right angle triangle is something like this, because right angle triangle is where we are using the SOHCAHTOA in trigonometry 1 in form 2. Here is 90. So if I take this angle to be angle x, then that remaining angle obvious will be 90 minus x. Obvious will be like that. If I take this angle to be angle x, then the remaining angle up there is 90 minus x, because here is not 90. Or if I take this one to be x, then this one will become 90 minus x. So if I say now sine x, which is sine this angle, will be opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite will be 12 over hypotenuse 13. Using the Pythagoras theorem, we will say 13 square minus 12 square, which is in this case 169 minus 144. You will get 25. Square root of 25 is 5. So this side is what? 5. This side is 5 when this angle is x. Now the question is saying find tan x. So tan x will be opposite over adjacent. So I'm saying tan x will be 12 over 5. But are we going to leave our answer as improper again as 12 over 5? No, we need to change it as a mixed fraction using our calculator here, saying 12 12 over 5 as a mixed fraction will become 2 and 2 over 5. This is what the neck will agree, but not leaving the answer as improper. Now, part B, cos 90 minus x. The angle 90 minus x I show you is that one up there. So cos this angle will be adjacent over hypotenuse. Cos this angle is actually adjacent over hypotenuse. So cos 90 minus x will be adjacent 12 over 30. It will just be the same as sin x. Why? There is a knowledge here we must understand again when it comes to trigonometry 1. Always complementary, when angles are complementary. If sin theta is equal to cos theta, no, if for example, we are done with this, if I can just give you another example saying, if sin alpha is equal to cos theta, then it will mean these two angles are complementary. Alpha plus theta will give you 90. That's why angle here is 45 and angle up there, if this angle is 60, then the remaining angle will be 30. So 30 plus 60 will be 90. So those are some of the knowledge you must get to know when it comes to trigonometry 1. Now checking on question number 4. We want to check on question number 4 here, which is a hemispherical solid has an exact radius of 10.5 centimeter. Find its surface area. Formula for finding surface area of a hemisphere is of a sphere. Formula for finding surface area of a sphere. Is 4 pi r square. What about now surface area of a hemisphere? Hemisphere is a sphere which has been cut into two. which is in this case. So the services will be, we have T service and T service, which is actually hemisphere is half of it, so it will be 4 pi r square over 2, which is formula is 2 pi r square. But we have another service which is coming up after cutting this one, which is the formula will be 2 pi r square plus area of this, area of the base, this one, this part will be pi r square. So when you add 2 pi r square plus pi r square, I'm doing it's actually 3. That is the formula of finding the surface area over hemisphere. So it will be 3 times 22 over 7 s pi times r given. The radius exactly of 10.5, so times 10.5 times another 10.5. So surface area will be, we use our calculator. Simple. 3 times 22 over 7 times 10.5 times another 10.5. It should be 1039.5 centimeter square. If it's actually the surface area. When you know the units exactly, you write. If you don't know, you can leave it in marks and you can still earn a mark, earn all the marks. So when we check on question number 5, use tables of squares, square roots, and reciprocals to find the value of this. That is 0.0546 raised to a half plus 1 over 4.327 square. Okay. So the first thing we want to deal with this one here, saying 0.0546 raised to a half. What you need to know here, when a number is raised to a half, is like you are finding the square root using a law of indices. There is a law of indices saying a raised to n over m is equivalent to m root of a, and then everything you raise to n. So it's actually the square root of this will mean the square root, where 2 act as m root, square root of 0.0546 raised to 1. But when you raise any number to 1, will it be the same number? Are you saying this is actually, we are supposed to find the square root of this number? So for finding the square root of this number, we want to write in standard form. And when you have to write in standard form, make sure the power of 10 is always an even number. An even number. Like writing 0.0546 in standard form will be 5.46 times 10 raised to negative 2. But we are supposed to find the square root. And I'd say that when you are finding the square root of a number, it's like you are raising it to a half. Yes. So it's like I'm saying square root of 5.46 times 10 raised to negative 2 square root of it, which is like raised to a half. Are you getting that? When you are finding the square root of a number, it's like you are raising it to a half. So when I raise a half with this one, these two will cancel this one. So you are getting times 10 raised to negative 1. So what you're only remaining is finding the square root of 5.46 using our mathematical tables. We always use our mathematical tables here. We check on square roots. Our mathematical tables will show us the square roots. We will check square roots are here. So you want to find the square root of 5. We are taking square root of 5.46. So square root of 5.46 is actually 2.3367. 2.3367, as you can see from our 7th edition. The mathematical you should use is actually 7th edition. 2 point should be 2.3367. 3367. That is the square root of 5.46 is this one. And then the square root of 10 raised to negative 2 is actually 10 raised to negative 1. So when you multiply, you will get 0. When you use your calculator, say 2.3367, then you use 2.3367 times 10 raised to negative 1. We are going to get 0.23367. So we are done with this area. We want to check on this one now. The next part is this one. So this one, we are now to deal with this. That is 1 over 4.327. But everything we need to do square. So the first thing we are supposed to do, because the question you're asking us, use what? Squares, square roots, and reciprocals. So the first thing we are going to use is actually the reciprocal. So that later on we use what? Squares. So the reciprocal of the reciprocal of this one, when we write this one, standard will be 1 over 4.327. So procedure for finding the reciprocal of a number, always write in standard form. Be 1 over 4.327 times 10 raised to 0. Next step is to carry this 10 up there. So it will be 1 times 10 raised to 0. Then you drag times 1 over 4.327. Reading from your mathematical table, the reciprocal of 4.327, reciprocal of 4, I think reciprocal of 4.327, reciprocal of 4.32, 4.32 means 0.2315, 0.2315. So it will be 0.2315. That is actually 4.32. 4.32. So it will be 0.2315. But when you move to 7 in this lane, when you move to where 7 is, we are getting, the question is saying, for 7, we are seeing it is 4. But up there, it is telling us subtract. So we are going to subtract 7. So it will be minus 7. So this one will be 15 minus 7. If you calculate 15 minus 7, it will be 8. 10, here will be 0. Because when you pour 1, it will be 0. So 0 minus 0, 0. 3, 2. So it will be 0.2308. But remember, it was supposed to be what? Squared. It was supposed to be squared. So this number is what you are going to square. That is 0.2308 squared. The first thing, we need to write it in standard form. We need to write it because when we use our mathematical table, squares are always starting with 1.0. Are always starting with 1 point. So we must write first in standard form. That is a rule. So it will be, when I write this number, it will be 2.308 times 10 raised to negative 1. That is when I have written this number in standard form to be like this. But remember, everything was to be what? Square. So this bracket is telling me everything which is inside the bracket must be what? Squared. So it is like I'm saying 2.308 square times 10 raised to negative 1 square. But in this case, using the law of indices, that is a raised to n and then raised to m, will mean a raised to n times m. So when I square 10 raised to negative 1 square, it will become 10 raised to negative 1 times 2. So it will be 10 raised to negative 2. 10 raised to negative 2 when I square. So I have squared this one. So squaring this one, I'm going to read from our mathematical table, 2.308. And then we multiply later on. So the answer we are going to get here, we must multiply with what we are getting here. What we have gotten here is actually 10 raised to negative 2. So we want to read from our mathematical table to get the square of 2.308 using our mathematical tables. Squares of 2.30. 2.30, I'm seeing it is 5.290. So I'm seeing it actually 5.2, that is square root of 2.3. There it is. Let me check 2.30, 5.290, 5.290. When we move to 8 in 2.3 here, when we move to 8, where 8 is, when we move to where 8 is, they are saying you add 38. Up there it's telling us add. You add 38. So we are going to add 38 to this figure. That is 8, 9 plus 3. 12 2 1 3 will be 5.328 times now what you got after dealing with 10 raised to negative 1 square. 10 raised to negative 1 square became 10 raised to negative 2. Became 10 raised to so times 10 raised to negative 2. So the whole answer which in your calculator is actually saying 5.328 times 10 raised to negative 2. The whole thing will become 0.05328. Now, finally, what we are going to do is actually what we got from here plus what we got from here. So it will be what we got from here was this one. One I had marked here, it was this one. So it will be 0.23367 plus 0.05328, which is, I can use my calculator. So plus, so I can say 0.23367 plus 0.05328. So the answer will be 0.2828695 is actually the answer for question number 5. So if we are actually to perform well in mathematics, we must always expose ourselves to mathematics every now and then if we are to succeed in mathematics. Now let's take on question number 6, a question from polygons in form 1. There's a question from polygons in form, and we can read the question. We see what the question is asking. That is, the exterior angles of an irregular pentagon are x minus this one, x, then I have x degrees, x plus 30 as you are seeing, and x degrees. So find the interior angles of the mirror. Thank you. So the exterior angles of an irregular pentagon are these one. These angles have been given. Find the interior angles of the pentagon. Now, here we have rules, 3 rules in this topic of exterior angles, polygons anyway. Rule number 1 is saying that interior plus exterior is equals to 180. Rule number 2, sum of interior angles. Sum of interior angles is equals to 180 into n minus 2, where n is equal to the number of sides, or you can use 90 into 2n minus 4. This formula is the same as this one. If I can factorize out 2, because 2 is common inside, 2, that's 2, you factorize out multiply by 90, that is the same as this one. Another rule which you must get to know here is that sum of exterior angles of all the polygons. Sum of exterior angles of all the polygons. So the sum of exterior angles of all the polygons is equal to 360. Now you have been given here all the exterior angles from x minus 30, x, I have x degrees, x plus 30, and even x degrees, and these are all exterior angles. So rule number 3 is saying what? Sum of exterior angles of all the polygons must add up to 360. Meaning when we add all these angles, these exterior angles given, it must give us 360. That is x minus 30 plus x plus a half x plus x plus 30 plus x. Using your calculator, x plus half x plus x plus x will be 4.5x. So how many x are these? 1, 2, 3, 4 plus half. So it's equal 4.5x. Then minus 30 plus 30 minus 30 plus 30. I can see this one can cancel. So sum of exterior angles here I'm seeing is equal to 4.5x. Must give us what? 360. Using the rule number 3, sum of all the exterior angles of a polygon must add up to 360, meaning the 4.5x is actually what? 360. So for me to get x, I'll see over 4.5 divided by 4.5. So x therefore will mean 360 divided by 4.5. I can see 360 divided by 4.5, which is in this case 8x is 80. So exterior angle number 1 is x minus 30. So meaning itakuwa 80 minus 30. Obviously what? 80 minus 30 is 50. 80 minus 30 is, so that is exterior angle number 1. Exterior angle number 2 is 1 over 2 times 80. So it is 40. R times 8 is 40, is it? Another exterior angle is coming is x plus 30, which is 80 plus 30. I'm seeing it is 110. And then another angle is where is it? X. Tumesahau x to e. Another angle near x, it was supposed to be just after here 80, then 20, 40, then 110, and then finally we move to another angle x again is 80. So these are the exterior angles of this polygon, which when you add, you will get 360. Now we move to question number 7. Question number 7. We are moving to question number 7. Question number 7 is a question from what? We can ask ourselves very many things here. We don't use trial and error method, we just go through it. 4 men can dig 2 acres of land in 3 days, working for 4 hours a day. Okay, so you must have men can dig how many acres? We have acres. In how many days? We have days here. And finally, we have hours a day. We have hours a day. So the information given is actually 4 men can dig 2 acres of land in how many days? In 3 days. By just working for how many hours? Working 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day. And the question is asking, how many men are required to dig 5 acres of land in 4 days, working 3 hours a day. So before we check on our question, there must be areas we need to check first. If we know that 4 men can dig 2 acres when they work 3 days and then 4 hours a day, then what about 1 man to dig 2 acres in 3 days? Hours which that 1 man must use. You expect hours to rise or go down. Hours will go up. So the only way hours will go up is either by multiplication to move up or by division to move down. That is the concept we are using in this area. So it will be 4 times 4. Yeah, because it's like I've made here to be constant 2 2. I've made here to be the constant 3 3. So what 5 is here? 4 men 4 hours. 4 men can take 4 hours. But what about 1 man? You cross multiply. It will be 1 over, it will be 4 times which is 60. 1 man will take 16 hours. If 4 men can take 4, meaning 1 person will take. So when I made here to be constant. So what 5 is in here and that one? That is 4 men can take 4 hours. What about 1 man? It will be 16 for it to go up. Yes. What about now 1 man to dig 1 acre, working 3 days? So if digging 2 acres will take 16 days, what about digging 1 acre? We may reduce acres to be what? Meaning days will reduce to be what? 8. What about now 1 man digging 1 acre, working just in 1 day? So if you are working just in 1 day, number of hours you are going to take is actually 3 times 8, which is 24. Is that the case? Now, once we have made everything be 1 up to there, we now go to our question. That is, how many men are required to dig 5 acres of land in 4 days, working in 3 hours a day? Okay. So 1 man to dig 1 acre working working in 3 hours a day. Okay, you can say one man to work for 4 days. One man to take 1 hour working for 4 days will take how many hours? So working for one day it will take 24 hours. What about 4 days? So days will hours will become down by so 24 divided by what? 6. Yes? What about now? How many more men can take 5 acres of land in 4 days working in 3 hours a day? But how many hours a day? 3 hours a day. Okay. So here I want to say now, what about how many more men are going to take 5 acres of land in 4 days? Okay, what about one man to take 5 acres working for 4 days? Working for 4 days. Now, as I limit 5 acres. So hours will go up to 5 times 6. 5 times 6 be 30 hours. One man working, digging 5 acres of land in 4 days will take 30 hours. But we want how many men are required to take 5 acres in 4 days. Working in three? Okay. How many men will take 5 acres in 4 days? Working 3 hours a day. 3 hours a day. We want it here to be three. So for us to get number of men, so it will be 30 divided by 3. So it will be 10, 10 men. 10 men will take 5 acres of land, working 4 days, but working 3 hours a day. The question actually look complicated, but once you do it every now and then, if you join my YouTube channel, Willie Maths Guide, you'll get to learn more because almost every day I'll be posting some of the revision materials, either on paper 1 or even on paper 2, even all three to form 1, form 2, and 3. We need to work on that. Please, let's check on question number 8. So the answer here is actually 10 men are required. Are required. Question number 8. A radio costing 3240 is marked to sell at a price calculated to give a profit of 40%. What will be its selling price if a discount of 10% is allowed during the sale? Okay, a radio costing Kenya shilling 3,240 is marked to sell at a price calculated to give a profit of 40%. So we know that 3240 is the same as 100, but I want a profit of 40. What about 140 to be what? So it will be 140 times 3240 over 100. Here, pesa inastahili ku 140 times 32 times 3240 divided by 100. The money is 45, 45, 36, which I was expecting. But what will be? The question is asking, what what will be its selling price if a discount of 10% is allowed during the sale? Okay, so I'll come and say 45, 36 is equivalent to the mark price I wanted. That was actually 100. Mark price is always 100. Cost price is always 100%. What about if I give a discount of 10? So I'll be selling it at 90. So I want to get this money. This money will be what? So we cross multiply by saying 45, 36 times 90 over 100. So it will be 45, 36 times 90 divided by 100. So we'll be selling it at 4082.4. That is it. We'll be selling it at 4082.4. If we have to give us a discount though, you are expecting it to get a profit of 40%, so you are supposed to tell it at 45.6. So if you are able to tell your customer you want 45.6 so that you can have a profit of 40, but after bargaining, you give him or her a discount of 10%, so it will mean you'll be selling it 4082.4. That is it. Let's take on question number 9. Question number 9. is express. That's it. Express 2.545 in the form b over d. So when you have this where q is not a zero, yes, that is it. Where the q is not a zero. So if you have to find the fraction of this one, when they have these blue dots appear, to mean both are recurring. This thing is like 2.4545 even that way. And the even because the two are recurring. So if I can say let r be, we want to take it to 3 decimal place, so it will be 2.454. What about 10r? 10r, it will mean point will move here, so it equals 24. After 4 is 0.545. So we are waiting here to be the same so that we can stop. Now, pardon. We move to 100R. 100R. 100R, it will move to 245. 245.454. Because after every 5 and 4, that is it. So I'm seeing this one and that one are now becoming the same. So when we subtract, it will be 100R equals to 245.454, and then I bring the first one, that is r is equals to 2.454. When you subtract this one, is Aisha, 5 minus 4 is 3, to be 243. Because 245 minus 4 is 243, and then it's equals to 100r minus r is 99r. So 99r is the same as 243. So r alone will be 243 over 99. That is the fraction they wanted. That is how your P is this one and your Q is this one. But maths cannot allow you to leave your answer as improper. It is very wrong. So use your calculator to get the real thing here. The fraction is actually 243 243 divided by 99. So that you can you are seeing it is giving us 2.45245. So changing it as a fraction, it will be 2 over 11. But the question, there is a directive given. There is a directive given saying express this thing in the form P over Q. Even though we have been saying maths cannot allow you to leave your answer as improper, but we must follow the directive given. The directive given to be in that form. So 2 and 5 over 11 to be in that form will be like this. It will be 27 over 11. So the answer is actually 27 over 11. Writing this one, you will get a mark, but writing this one, you will not get a mark because you are not following the directive given. So please, let us always follow the directive given by the question. Now, we move to question number 10. We move to question number 10. Question number 10 here is a question on, I'm seeing on similarities and enlargement, a topic in form 2, which we must always work on it. So question number 10 here is asking the volume of two similar solids is 4752 and 1408 centimeter cube. If the surface area of the smaller solid is 352, okay, centimeter square, find the surface area of the larger sphere. So this is very simple. We need to know that in this topic of similarities and enlargement, we must get to know that linear area scale factor is the same as linear scale factor square. Also, you need to know that volume scale factor is the same as linear scale factor cubed. So you can see linear scale factor can relate to all area and volume, but there's no way volume can relate with area. No, you must go through area linear first so that you can get what you want, either area scale factor or linear scale factor. Now, if these two similar solids has another one has a volume of 4752 and another one has 1408, then for us to get volume scale factor in that case will be 4752 over 1408. That is actually the volume scale factor, which is in this case 4752 4752 divided by 1408. So volume scale factor is 3.375. So for me to get linear scale factor in that case, I can say if volume scale factor is the same as linear scale factor cube, meaning for me to get the linear scale factor is actually the cube root of 3.375. So linear scale factor will be the cube root of 3.375, which is in this case cube root of 3.375, 1.5. Linear scale factor is 1.5. So once I get the linear scale factor, it is possible for me to get the area scale factor using the what I say. The area scale factor is equivalent to linear scale factor square, meaning area scale factor is 1.5 square, which is in this case 1.5 square will give me 2.25. Now the question is, if you are given, if the surface area of the smaller is 352, find the surface area of the larger sphere. So it will mean if I say surface area of the larger one, which I don't know, divided by surface area of the smaller one, I'll get area scale factor, which is 2.25. So surface area of the larger one, which I don't know, x, will be 352 times 2.25. So the answer will be 352 times 2.25, it will be 792 centimeter square. Very simple. Those are the questions for similarities and enlargement, a topic which is in form 2. Again, we can check on question number 11. Question number 11, solve the equation x plus 3 over 24 equals 1 over x minus 2. So if x plus 3 over 24 is equivalent to 1 over x minus 2, when we cross multiply, it will be x plus 3 into x minus 2 equals to 24 times 1. So when you expand, it will be x into x minus 2 plus 3 into x minus 2 equals to 24. X times x will be x squared minus 2x plus 3x minus x equals to 24. So minus 2x plus 3x is actually plus x. So x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 24. When you carry 24 from the other side to this side, it will be minus 24. It will be x squared plus x minus 6 minus 24 will be 0. You will remain with 0 after bringing it here. So the whole thing will become x squared plus x minus 30 is equal to 0. So if you have, these are quadratic equation, x squared plus x minus 30 equals 0. You find for two numbers, when you multiply, you get 1 times negative 30, you will get negative 30. But when you add this one, it's actually 6 and 5. Positive 6 and negative 5. So it will be x squared plus 6x minus 5x minus 30 is equal to 0. So it will be x into x plus 6. Even here I must get x plus 6 because I'm using factor method. So the number I'm going to place is negative 5. So when I say negative 5 times x, I get negative 5x. Negative 5 times positive 6, I'll get negative 30. So equivalent to 0. So I picking this and that, it will be x minus 5 into x plus 6 is equivalent to 0. Now the question is, do you have any two numbers when you multiply you get 0? No, unless one of the numbers must be 0. So we can say either x minus 5 could be 0 or x plus 6 could be 0. So if x minus 5 could be 0, this implies that x equals what? 5. When you carry 5 across, equals 5 could be 5. Or this implies what? X is equals to negative 6. So the values of x can either be 5 or negative 6. 5 or negative 6. Now let's check on question number 12. Question number 12. Find the following are scores of 10 matches in a netball tournament. Okay. So we have 9, 15, 17, 16, 7, 20, 21, 15, 10, 12. Okay. Determine the mode. The mode here is actually the scores of the matches which is appearing the most. Meaning the mode is the one which is appearing the most. Meaning kuna hii 15, 1 na kuna hii 15. 15 is appearing twice, but no other is appearing twice. So 15 is the mode because it is appearing twice. Yeah, so the answer for here is 15. Now, when we move to this question, find the median score. So the first thing we need to arrange in either descending order or ascending. Ascending order. We start with the least one. Wacha nianze na tuanze na 7. So it will be 7 followed by is followed by 9 followed by 10, followed by 12, yeah, followed by 12, followed by, after 12 is what? I'm saying followed by 15, 15 marambili, 15, 15, after 15, 15, followed by 16, followed by 16, and then after 16, I was think is followed by 17. So after 17, I was think is followed by 20, and finally 21. These were how many scores? Scores of 10 matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly. If we have to find the media, Nile, the one which is in Katikati. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Katikati is here. So what we are going to do, we must find addition here. 15 plus 15 over 2 to get 30 over 2. So the answer is, so median score is 15. Mod is 15. Now, if you write for me, median score is 15 without exactly showing me 15 plus 15 over 2, there is an error called omission of work. Then you will lose a mark. If it was supposed to be 2 marks, I'll give you 1 mark, because who knows that you got to know that the median score is 15, or you are coming from your friend. So we need to show our work for us to earn marks. That is why we have M1, that is B1 marks. M1 we have, A1 is there. So those are how we are supposed to be dealing with mathematics. Now let's check on question number. Let's check on question number 10. Can check on question number 10. Can check on question number 10. Very well. This question number 10. The factors of a triangle ABC are 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 1. Yes. The coordinates of C image. You can see the coordinates of C image, the image of C under a translation T is 6, negative 2. Okay. Find T, the translation. We are supposed to find the translation, and hence the coordinates of A image and B image. Okay. The first thing you must get to know here in this question, we always know that an object plus translation will give us the image. So the coordinates of the object of point C is 4, 1. So I'll come and say 4, 1 plus translation, which I don't know, x, y. It must give it its image of C is 6, negative 2. Okay, so there's 4 plus x is equal to 6. So meaning x alone will be 6 minus 4 when we carry 4 across the equal sign. So x is 2. Then I say 1 plus y is equal to negative 2. So I want to remain with y alone. I'll take 1 across the equal sign, which will be y is equal to negative 3. Yes? So meaning our translation xy t, our translation here, I'm seeing it is 2, negative 3. So if the coordinates of object A is actually 1, 2, for me to get the coordinates of its image, for me to get the coordinates of the image of A, I'll say object, there is this object plus translation will give me the image. So the object is 1, 2, plus translation, which I already have, is 2, negative 3. 2, negative 3 will give me its image. A image therefore will be 1 plus 2, 3. 2 plus negative 3 is negative 1. So A image, right? You can see when we say object plus translation will give us the image. So when we say 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus negative 3 is negative 1. That is the coordinates of its image. So the A image will be coordinates. The question is asking, hence find the coordinates of A image and B image. So coordinates will be written this way: A 3, negative 1. but you cannot give your coordinates in column form. It is very wrong. Let's find the coordinates of B image. The object coordinates of the object B is 3, 5. See. So the object B is 3, 5 plus translation. The translation we got is 2, negative 3. It will give me B image. So it is 3 plus 2 is 5, and then 5 plus negative 3 is 2. So B image, coordinates of B image is 5. For it to be a coordinate, you must write in this way. Inside the bracket, and there must be a comma. Failure to that, 0. So we must always know the rules for maths if we are to score well in mathematics. Now let's check on question number 14. Let's check on question number 14. Use mathematical tables to evaluate 3.087 plus 0.068 square over. So the first thing I'm going to do here, I can say it is like fourth root of, I will add this one direct using a not even using mathematical tables to evaluate. I'll have to say first 3.087 plus 0.068. It will give us 8 plus 7. 8 plus 1 is 15, 5, carry 1. 9 plus 6 is 15, 5, carry 1. So it will be, the whole of this thing will be like 3.155 as I can see. So it's like I'm finding the fourth root of 3.155 over 0.9730 times 34091. Okay, so in this question, what we must always do, we must draw this thing. If we have to handle it and we're using our mathematical tables, you must draw something like this using a ruler, not freehand. Use your ruler so that your work will be very neat. Here you have the number, you have the standard form, and then you have logs. Now starting with the numerator, our numerator is 3.155. So our number here is 3.155. If we are to write in standard form, it will be 3.155 times 10 raised to 0. This 0 here will start here, point, and then you read from your mathematical table logarithm of 3.155. 3.1 logarithm of 3.155 logarithm of 3.1 3.15 3.15 I'm saying 3.15 is actually 0.4983. So I'll write 4983, and then it was 3.15 and then 5. We move to 5. When we move to 5, it is telling us add 7. So we are supposed to add 7 here. It will be 7 plus 3, 10, 0, carry 1, 9, 9, 4, 0. So we are done with the numerator. That is all. We move to denominator. Moving to denominator, this word over, we must indicate here, divided by. Yes, we are seeing we have two values in the denominator. That is, the first number is 0.9730. So if I write this number in standard form, it will be 9.730 times 10 raised to negative 1. So this negative 1 will start here to be per 1 point. Then you read the logarithm of 9.730. Logarithm of 9.7. Logarithm of 9.7 is here. 9.730. 9.73 is 0.9881. So I'll write 0.9881. So 930. There's no 0 there. Okay, so the number will be 0.9881. We are done with that. There is another number in the denominator, which is this one, 34091. So in between the two numbers of the denominator is actually multiplication. So we must in this case multiplication. So the number is actually 34,091. 34,091. So if I write this number in standard form, it will be 3.4091 times 10 raised to what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4? Times 10 raised to 4. So this 4 is what is going to start here to be 4 point. And then you read logarithm of 3.4. Logarithm of 3.4. Logarithm of 3.40. 3.40 is 3.40 up here. I'm seeing is 5350. 5315, and then you move to 9. You move to, because this one was less than 5, you cannot round off. So it just move to 9. So when you move to 9, we are going to add 12. We are going to add 12. 5 plus 3 is 7. 1 plus 1 is 2. 3, and then 5.4. That is what we are getting from this value. But we want to combine the two values of the denominator to be 1, to give us one number. In between the two numbers was actually a multiplication. So for us to combine the two to give us one value, before we combine with the numerator, we need to say what we got in this one was this. So since it was multiplication in between, we are supposed to add their logs. We are supposed to add their logs, which is the be 1 plus 7, 8, and then 8 plus 2 is 10, 0, carry 1, 9 plus 3, 12, 2, carry 1, 10 plus 5, 15, 5, carry 1. When you carry 1 to negative 1, negative 1 plus 1 is 0, 0 plus 4 is 4. This is what we got in the two values of the denominator. Now we're going to combine what this value and the one in the numerator. What we got in the numerator was actually this one. Yeah, it was actually this one. So for us to combine the two, in between the numerator and the denominator was over, which means it was actually division. Over means division. So we need to subtract their logs. So it will be 10 minus 8. It will be 2. When we remain with 8 minus 0, it will be 8. We remain with 9 minus 2, it will be 7. 4 is not enough, so you borrow 1. 14 minus 5, you will get 9. When you borrow 1 from 0, you will get negative 1. So negative 1 minus 4, it will be minus 5. It will be negative 5. So the negative 5, we are not going to place the negative here. It will mean everything is negative. Remember, this is the characteristic part, and this is the Mandisa part. So it's actually the characteristic alone, which is negative. That is why we are taking its negative to 5. Are you getting that? When we are at that point, since everything was under the fourth root, we have to divide it by 4. So we are divide this number by 4. We are divide this number by 4. So and when you are dividing it by 4, make sure the characteristic part is divisible by that number you want to use. But when you see 5, is it divisible by 4? No. So we'll make it to be a number which is divisible by 4. So we'll move to by 8. Because we know by 8 is divisible by 4. But for us to reduce this by 8 to give us the by 5 which we were having, we must add what? We must add 3. When we add 3, combined with the 3 now, with the Mandisa part, which is 9782. So the Mandisa part divided by 4. The characteristic part divided by 4. So here, by 8 divided by 4 will be by 2 point. What you are getting now from that is 3.9782 divided by 4 will give us 0.9940. 0.99455. So finally, your answer will be 10 raised to a number which is in the characteristic part, which is negative 2, times antilogarithm of 0.9945. Antilog of 0.99, antilog of 0.9945 is this. Antilog of 0.99, 0.99, 4. 0.99, 4 9.863. So it will be 9.863.994. Instead of moving to 5, this one is more than 5, and it's the last part we are moving, so we round it to 6, so that we can move to 6 instead of moving to 5. So when we move to 6, in 2099, when we move to 6, we are supposed to add 40. We are supposed to add 40, so plus 40. 4 plus 3, 7. And then 6 plus 1, 7. Then 8, 0.9. So the answer will be 9.877 times 10 raised to negative 2. So your answer will be, I'll use my calculator here. I'll say 9.877 times 10 raised to negative 2. So the answer is 0.09. 0.09 is, that is the answer to that question. So this question you need to be very keen when you are handling it, because the way we have been marking this question, correct reading of logarithms, or either correct addition or subtraction, correct division, are you accurate on your answer? So you must always be very keen when you're working on it. And for you to be very keen in this question, you must do almost 7 questions in a day when you don't know. Even 7 questions every day until that day you are very sure when you are working on that question. Now, let's take on question number 15. Question number 15 is talking of Kipro bought 4 pencils and 6 biro for Kenya shillings 110, while Buru bought 2 pencils and 5 biros for shilling 85. Okay, this is actually a simultaneous equation. Using x and y to represent the price of pencil and the biro, respectively. Find the value of x and y. Okay, this is actually a simultaneous equation in word problems. We say using x and y to represent the price of pencil and biro. So if you bought 4 pencils, so pesa ametumia hapo ni 4x plus how many pyros? 6. So plus 6y. Hiyo pesa yote ilikuwa 110. Another thing is Buru bought 2 pencils, so 2x plus 5 pyros plus 5y. It will give us 85. Find the values of x and y. So just solving the simultaneous equation either using elimination method, substitution method, Euclid and Cravigo method, or even use matrix method. We have 4 methods for solving simultaneous equation. Especially for a form 4, you can use the elimination, you can use substitution, you can use Cravigo method, and you can use even matrix method. But the simple one can even say, let us use elimination method, because there were no directive given in this question. So we just use elimination method. So if we have to eliminate x, I'll take the value of x here 2 up there and I'll bring it down 4. But if I was to eliminate the y, I'll take 5 up, I bring 6 down. So let us eliminate x for our case. So 2 times 4 will be 8x plus 2 times 6, 12y. So equal to 108 times 2, 220. 4 times 2x, 8x plus 4 times 5, 20y will give us 4 times 85. Use your calculator. Don't stress yourself. 4 times 85, 340. Mathematics is very simple. Yes. Let us now eliminate. This minus this. 12y minus 20y will be negative 8y. Equals to 220 minus 340. Use your calculator. 220 minus 340. Negative 120. So to remain with y alone, you will say over negative 8 over negative 8. So negative 120 divided by negative 8, negative 120 divided by negative 8, you will get 15. So y is equal to 50. Meaning the cost of one biro is 50. For you to get the cost of a pencil, you replace, you substitute here, you say 4x plus 6y, but I know y is 50. Y is what? 50. So I plus 6 into 50 must give me what? 110. So 4x plus 6 times 50 plus 90 will give us 110. So 4x alone will be 110 minus 90. 4x will be what? 110 minus 90. 110 minus 90 is actually 20. So for you to remain with x alone, you say over 4 over 4. X alone will be 5 shillings. One pencil was just 5 and one byte was 15. That is a question on simultaneous equation, which I can say you can either solve it using substitution method, matrix method, and even category method. As you continue watching on my YouTube channel, that is Willie Maths Guide, you'll get to know. We'll find very many questions which will be asking us to use matrix method, use substitution, use Venn category, and we are there to work on it. Finally, let's check on question number 16, that is angle properties of a circle, a topic in Form 2, and maybe a topic in Form 3 under circle chords and tangents. But I can see this question is the one in Form 2, paper 1. So you must know something from the angle properties of a circle in a topic, the last topic in Form 2. That is it. In the figure below, let's check on the question. In the figure below, code AB is equal to 8. AB is equal to 8 centimeters, as you can see, and O is the center. Okay, O is the center of a circle. Determine the area of the minor sector. Minor sector here, not segment. We are talking about minor sector, area of the minor sector. So sector is this one. Yeah. So for us to get the area of this minor sector, I'm showing that is O A B Nairobi O. That is actually the minor sector, but the remaining one is actually the major sector. For us to find the area of this minor sector, we must get to know this angle. So using the angle properties of a circle, from the center to circumference is a radius. From the center again to circumference is a radius. So meaning this length and this length are the same because both are radius. So by saying so, this is an isosceles triangle. So if here is 35, even this part is 35. Why? Because base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. So I can even write saying angle ABO is equal to angle BAO, which is what 35. Reason is base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. That's the reason we are giving up. Now, if here is 35 and here is 35, for us to get this angle here, is actually angle AOB. Angle AOB is equivalent to 180 minus summation of this one and this one, because 35 plus 35, which is 180 minus 70 is it 110 minus 35, minus summation of 35 minus 35, that is it, 110 to be 110. So this angle will be 110. The reason why I'm saying so here is because the reason for saying so is because angle sum of a triangle add up to 180. You can say are supplementary. Angle sum of a triangle are supplementary. You can say add up to 180. So what we get to know here is one thing. So if we are to find the area of this minor sector, is always theta over 360 times 22 over 7 times r square. Radius is what we don't know. Radius is actually what we don't know. The only side which we were given is here. So for us to get this radius, we apply the issue either cosine rule or sine rule. But I'm seeing the easiest one, the simple one is actually the sine rule, which is that a over sine a is equals to b over sine b, which is equals to c over sine c, which is the same as 2 times the radius of that circle. Now, I can pick one of it this way, say 8. So, the small a, and then sine capital A is the side opposite to that angle. So, the side is opposite to this angle is this one of 8. So, I can say 8 over sine 1 is equivalent to direct 2r, 2 times radius of the circle. I leave alone this one. Yes. So, for me to get r, I'll say over 2 divided by 2. So r alone would be 8 over sine 1 divided by 2 means times 1 over 2 if you are very keen. So I'm seeing r, I'm seeing this one will become 8 over 2 sine 1 will give us our r. So our radius of that circle will be, I'll use our calculator, that is 8 divided by bracket 2 sine 110. Radius will be 4.25. What neck can only admit is when you write your value to 4 similar figures, and not necessarily the whole of this. I should write to 4 similar figures. That is 4.25, not 6. I'll round over to be 7. That is 4 similar figures. That is the radius we are going to use for find the area of the minor sector. So if this one was the formula for finding the area of the minor sector, our theta in this case is 110. So I'll say 110 over 360 times 22 over 7 times radius. Radius I'm going to use is this one. That is 4.257 times another 4.257. So the answer will be what? Direct. Use your calculator. It will be 110 over 360 times 22 over 7 times uh, 4.257 and another 4.257. That is it. 57. So the answer will be 17.40292000. So your answer, you might not necessarily write all of this, but write your answer to four similar figures when there are no directives given. So the answer is, which neck can allow, will actually be 17.40. So this is a very nice revision for paper 1, section A. And I'll also revise section B for this paper. Revision will go on, and that day will be doing your examination this year. So please join my YouTube channel, that is Willy Maths Guide. Subscribe, share, you like it, and you will be assisted in mathematics. Now we can stop there for today. Please join my YouTube channel, Willy Maths Guide. Subscribe, like it, share it with your friends, because all of us, we need to know mathematics. So even your friend who is there, share. Tell him or her there is a link called Willy Maths Guide, and you get to learn more. Thank you.